Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Sunday stream. This one is going to be a little different, actually a lot different. This stream we're going to talk about money and the best place to invest money. The reason we're going to talk about that is because my channel is oriented about it around saving money. I teach you guys how not to get fucked when buying a car financially. I don't mean literally, thank God, not yet in 2019. So, because because my channel is about saving money and financial frugality or you know my channel attracts people that are about saving money. I get a lot of people that ask me, Dan, I want to buy a car with cash. I got 20, 40, 60, 70, $100,000 and I want to buy a car with cash. Is this a good idea? The answer is no, it's a very, very, very bad idea. So there is going to be a video that I talk about specifically why you shouldn't buy a car with cash and best way to buy a car. But in this video, I want to talk to you about what to do with that money. I mean, you were smart with that money. You worked hard. You saved money. You said no to Yeezys. You said no to fancy iPhones. You said no to fancy bags and fucking shoes. You said no to vacations. You worked and you saved. You worked and you saved. You got money stacked up. What should you do with it? There's going to be 4 things we're going to talk about. Number 1, we're going to talk about cryptocurrency. What should you do with it? Number 2, we're going to talk about stock market. Should you invest in it? And if you should, how should you invest in it? Number 3, we're going to talk about real estate. Again, should you even look at it? Should you touch it? How much money do you need to get into real estate game? And should you even get into it? And last one we're going to talk about is business. Should you start a business on top of your job? Should you quit your job and start a business? What about business? All right, guys, you got your questions in the comment section below. So like I said, we're going to talk about those 4 topics. We're going to talk about cryptocurrency and stock market first. So if you got questions related to one of those 4, please hold them until we actually get into that topic. I promise you, we're going to talk about this for an hour and a half or so. All the questions are going to get answered. If you have questions, just random questions about money, hold them until the end, because at the end we're just gonna do a free Q&A. Okay, sounds good? All right. So first, everybody that's in, hello. I really want to cover some topics here. So it's gonna be this is gonna be interesting, guys. If you have questions directed to me, please put them in the comment section below. Hey, Flyby, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, buddy. Okay, first, let's talk about cryptocurrency. People are asking, what the hell is it? I think it's a wrong question. It's not what it is, but what can you do with it? Cryptocurrency is designed to be, non-government regulated digital currency, okay? Don't ask, literally, not most important, but most often questions that being asked is, what is it? It really doesn't matter what it is. What's more important is, what do you do with it? Okay, like I wouldn't, me trying to explain cryptocurrency to my mom, who's 55, it's going to be difficult. For me, it's going to be a lot easier to explain what it does. You just store value in it like baseball cards. Do you guys remember baseball cards? You remember those? Yeah. Cryptocurrency is just like baseball cards, except it's digital. Think about it as online baseball cards. That's exactly what it is. Here's why I don't have a single dollar in cryptocurrency. Because currency is government related, not related, controlled. Currency is government controlled. On a $100 note or on a dollar note, it says Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve is a private company. It's a private bank, just like Bank of America, Wells Fargo. It's literally a private bank. Federal Reserve is a private bank. The country itself, it's not really a country, it's a corporation, okay? They have a partnership. Hey guys, we're gonna borrow money. America says we're gonna borrow money from Federal Reserve, at interest rate. That's gonna sound crazy, but here's I don't want to get too much into it, but I kind of have to make sure that you guys understand why I'm not gonna tell you should or shouldn't get into cryptocurrency. There's a lot of different cryptocurrencies. There's like 1,000. Most popular one is Bitcoin. That's the most popular one. Okay. Currency is controlled by government. Cryptocurrency is controlled by government. For those people, for those, how do I call them? I don't want to say, crazy Alex Jones fans. I don't want to be disrespectful or nothing like that. But for those people that are very independent thinking, kind of fans of Constitution, paint me guilty. You might be thinking, well, this cryptocurrency is going to be a way for us to do business freely. Okay? We're going to be able to buy certain things online because everything is being sold online, and we're going to be able to have an alternative currency. Guys, cryptocurrency is controlled by government. Let's get real. Do you really think there is something? Hold on a second. I got two screens here. If I'm not reading your comments, that's because I can't really see. Like, I have notes here, so I'm gonna have to juggle between notes and what you have going on over here. Okay, so cryptocurrency is controlled by government. Cryptocurrency is traced a lot more, a lot harder and a lot more carefully than regular dollar. I can go on the street and buy myself some coke, okay, or a legal gun or whatever the hell, right? I can't do that. If I do that with cryptocurrency, the cryptocurrency is gonna get traced from my wallet to another guy's wallet, and you can see that transaction. With cash, you can't do that. In the future, all currency will be digital currency. Rubles, yens, dollars, whatever the hell. Every single money unit will be digital. That's just how it's going to be. Why? Because it's easier to control. Government likes to have control. I'm not going to talk about too much about this because 99% of people won't be investing into cryptocurrency. So I don't invest in cryptocurrency because it is extremely unstable, and it is just like baseball cards. Imagine if for some reason government decided we're gonna outlaw baseball cards, right? It sounds crazy, but imagine if they said no baseball cards. What are you gonna do with your baseball cards? You got $100,000, 100 fucking grand in baseball cards, and there were people. If you're old enough, there were people who had $100,000, $250,000, $1 million in baseball cards. Right now, those baseball cards are unless it's an extremely rare baseball card, they're fucking worthless. So the fact that I might invest into a currency that will be outlawed, hell no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. I'm not putting my money into something that literally tomorrow, any president, any fucking senator can say, let's say cryptocurrency is illegal. Holy fuck, I got $250,000 of fucking dollars in cryptocurrency and now the shit is useless? Absolutely not. So that's number one. Let's talk about all right, fuck. I'm a bit excited to talk about this, to be honest with you guys. I am a bit excited. For those of you that have car questions, my phone number is going to be below. Just text me. I'll answer you those questions on Monday. Okay, now let's talk about stock market. Do I invest in stock market? The answer is no. Why? Because I believe there are better ways to invest money. When I say invest, what do I mean with that? When I say invest, I mean I want to get a return on something that I put in. If I invest time into a relationship, I want to get something out of it. If I invest my effort into a business, I want to get something out of it. And if I invest my money into stock market, I want to get more than I put in originally, and I have no control over that. Absolutely no control. And the fact that since 1930s or since 1920s, I forgot what year is it, the fact that every 10 to 15 years there's a market crash, do you guys not find that suspicious? Can you imagine if there was a house in your city that was catching on fire every 10 to 15 years? Would you find that suspicious? Just let's think critically. Imagine a house that's catching on fire an average of 12 years. Catching on fire, catching on fire, catching on fire. Would that kind of raise up some questions? Is that out of nowhere? Is that what stock market is supposed to be doing? Every 10 years, there's a fucking recession. Every 10 to 15 years. Is that normal? Or can we see a pattern? And typically patterns are controlled by something. Patterns are opposite of normal, okay? Patterns are controlled by somebody. So the reason that I don't invest in stock market is because a lot of tech companies, they're not making money. Uber, love Uber. I fucking love Uber. I love Lyft. I cannot imagine getting into a smell-ass, puked-up fucking taxi. Love Uber, love Lyft. They're not making fucking money. They're broke as a joke. They're losing money. Maybe 1 year, maybe they'll start making money. Or what about Amazon? Do you think Amazon is making money? The only reason that Amazon is making money is because of a company that they own that provides data storage. Amazon is not making, guys, when I say money, I'm not talking about $1 million. You don't invest into a $100 billion company to make $1 million, right? You want them to see an actual real profit, not holy shit, we are not upside down this year, or Tesla, right? All these, again, Tesla is not making money. I mean, they've been around for 10 years. God knows when they're going to make money and how. I have no idea, Here's my problem with tech companies. A lot of them just don't make any money. They're great. They're awesome. Great technology. But because they're so fucking huge, it's like a whale, They have so many employees they need to, it's ridiculous. The companies are just way too big, and I don't know when they're going to make money. And then on top of that, I am worried that there's going to be a recession in 3, maybe 5 years, maybe 2 years, We're due for one. Remember the house that's getting burnt down every 12 years? Well, last recession was in 2008. We're in 2020. Okay, we're a couple of years from 2020. We are 12 years in. We are going to be 1 year past due next year. Like from 2020, we're going to have a big shit show. Do I want to put my money into a Tesla? Who the fuck is going to buy a $45,000, $65,000 Tesla when they just need a car to go to work? You know what I mean? Can you imagine selling Teslas in 2008? Or what are people going to be riding Uber and Lyft? Imagine 2008, the really shitty recession in 2008, and you need to go to job. Are you going to take a bus, take a bike, buy a car at $200 a month, some kind of cheap car, or are you going to have $400 a month on Uber? Let's be real. These companies like DoorDash, all the food delivery companies, they're doomed. I have a strong feeling, let's just say very strong feeling, they're not going to exist past the next recession. Think about this. You got fired. You were barely making house payments. Barely making fucking house payments. Are you going to order out? And if you do, are you going to pick up the food yourself, or are you going to pay extra 25% to have that shit delivered to you? So if you want to invest in stock market, I think the only reason to invest in stock market is if you have no time and you have just a bunch of fucking money. When I say a bunch of money, I mean over $1 million. You know, if you have over $1 million, you know, I think sure, whatever, you can invest into stock market. Here's a couple of companies that, you know, don't hold me to it, but these companies survived last recession, and I'm gonna tell you why I think why they survived, number one, and why I think they're gonna survive again. These companies are kind of recession bulletproof. Okay, so number one, Budweiser, so a beer company. Uh, whenever shit is going downhill, people are buying beer. I can guarantee you that. Next one. And why Budweiser? Because they had, I mean, they just have a lot of different fucking, all the microbreweries, I mean, you can forget about them. They're gonna be done. Only the big companies are gonna survive. And companies like Budweiser, they're gonna buy microbreweries. So the microbrewery might, you know, the brand name might still exist, but it's gonna be owned by somebody else, by a big company. Next one, Walmart. Next recession is actually gonna save Walmart. You know how Walmart was the big dog in commerce, right? We buy our fucking shoes there, we buy our tires, we do our oil changes, we buy our food. We buy everything from Walmart. Now Amazon is trying to be the big dog. Well, the next recession will actually be Walmart friendly. Here is why. Because Amazon has to pay for shipping. Walmart doesn't have to pay for shipping. You pay for shipping. You bring your ass to Walmart and you do your own pickup. You do your own shopping. Make sense? So whenever you are going to be looking for the cheapest cereal, cheapest milk, cheapest vegetables, it's not going to be off fucking, I forgot, whatever that store that Amazon owns, I forgot. The really fancy one, okay? You're not going for $5 a pound chicken. You're going for $1.25 Walmart. You know, let's be honest. When recession hits, Walmart is gonna be doing fucking amazing. Okay. Next one, Ross, and Ross survived last recession absolutely amazingly. And when I say survived, I actually mean these companies grew. When everybody else was falling down, when everybody else was filing for bankruptcy, when everybody else was trying to get on our taxpayer tit and get a fucking bailout, talking about banks, these companies actually grew. Why Ross? Ross has a lot of clothing. They have consumables like fucking soaps, toothbrushes, and that kind of stuff. And they have kitchen stuff, so household items. Okay. They're gonna grow. They grew last recession, they're gonna grow again. And I think they're gonna grow for the same reason that Walmart is growing. Okay. Another one, McDonald's. It grew. It grew in last recession because of cheap food. That's it. That's pretty much why. That's my personal, humble, unbiased opinion. Next one, AutoZone and O'Reilly. Those two companies grew again. AutoZone grew more. O'Reilly was after that one. But let's say you need new tires, you need to do oil change, or you need some work done on your car. People are gonna have to start doing their work on a car. They're gonna have to do their own transmission swaps. They're gonna have to do their own brake jobs. They're gonna have to do their own coolant flushes, trainee liquid flushes. They're gonna have to do all the stuff themselves. All the Craigslist mechanics, they're actually gonna have a good time during this recession, because you're not taking your car to a fucking dealerships for a $95 oil change. You're taking it where? To Walmart, or you're doing it yourself, right? That's really what's gonna happen. Next one, this company, this one is gonna be kind of controversial, but I highly believe that this company will actually grow, and this is Alibaba. Okay, Alibaba owns AliExpress. So Alibaba is just like Amazon, but Chinese. Chinese market is absolutely exploding. Gone are the days where people are making 25 cents an hour. People are making $4 an hour right now in China. So, you know, we make $10 an hour, they're making $4. So they're not that far behind. They are not that far behind. The amount of Rolls Royces, Bentleys, and fucking private jets and $150 million yachts in China is insane. The amount of millionaires in China, I mean, it's growing up, 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 because they're making shit. They're making shit for the entire fucking world, and because they're communists, it's kind of easy to become rich once you have an army of slaves. So I think they're gonna go up. Next one, all the drugs, all the Xanax and all the drug epidemic. This is gonna sound bad, but it's true. It's gonna get worse, and their stock prices are gonna go up, 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 up. They're gonna go up, 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 and up. Alcohol companies, they're gonna go up, up, up. Guys, this is the time to start growing weed. If you can figure out how to do it without going to jail, like I hate weed. I fucking hate that shit. I grew up all around it. Okay, I just don't like it. Like, it makes people weak. I'm not into it. Okay, if you want to smoke it, cool, dude. Up to you. I grew up around people that like smoke that shit around me. It's just, the truth is, they're gonna make a lot of money. And if the CBD is gonna fucking explode, cannabis industry is gonna explode. Think about investing in cannabis industry like investing in fucking Apple in 2007 before they launched their iPhone. That shit is gonna go crazy. So you either invest in it if you don't want to grow it, you get a business that's related to it, or you literally fucking grow that shit. And I hate it, and I hate that stuff. I'm just saying. Next one for safe investments. Okay, consumables for majority. Okay, people will always use toilet paper. People will be buying bottled water. People will be buying food. People will be buying consumables. I don't need to explain to you what the fuck consumables is. You know all about that shit. Shit that people use in the kitchen, in the bathroom, in the garage, and all the food. Here's something else. The gap between poor people, I can't think of any other word, people that make less than $40,000 a year, and people that make $250,000 a year, has been increasing. And it has been this middle class that we used to have in 1950s, 60s, and 70s. It's gone. It doesn't really exist. If you are making $50,000 a year right now, you're doing fucking amazing. If you are making $50,000 a year, in fucking 70s or 80s, you're doing good. You're not so far apart from the average person. Right now, there's more people that are making less than $40,000 than there's people that are making $50,000 or $60,000. Make sense? So, why am I bringing this gap thing up? Okay, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be spending money on consumables in the next recession. That's obviously, but there's going to be a lot of millionaires. I have a sneaky suspicion, and it's not just a suspicion. It's more of a a fact. Rolls-Royce and Bentleys haven't had a problem selling cars in last recession in Europe, just because there's plenty of extremely wealthy people over there. We had a bad recession here, but not everybody was super duper infected by it. So I think companies that produce very high-end luxury products, gold stuff, diamonds, $1,000 fucking shoes, I think they're gonna be fine. Just a sneaky suspicion. Okay, let me go over some questions I talked about 2 topics. Let me go over some questions. Okay, Bruno, you bought some Bitcoin. Okay. Here's the thing about Bitcoin. You're asking me, do you know why it hasn't been doing as well as the last few weeks? The price of Bitcoin is controlled by very rich people, let's call them very rich people, multi-millionaires, that simply dump bitcoins in there and buy them up. You put them in, you take them out. You put them in, that's how you make money. It's that simple. So, you know, there is no reason for a digital currency that is not affected by outside forces. Let's say there's going to be some kind of big war in East, right? Like Iraq, Iran, Saudi Arabia, where we're getting our oil from. Okay, we could see oil prices go up, right? Well, cryptocurrency is not affected by that. Okay, so the fact that it's going up or down without external forces, but that tells me that there's only one external force. Hurricanes don't affect cryptocurrency. Wars don't affect cryptocurrency. The only thing that would really affect a digital product and price of a digital product is availability of it on the market. And what is it? So what that tells me that it's being artificially controlled, pretty much. That's very simple way to say it. Okay. Brett, trust me, I'm trying to use simple words here. I don't know. Bruno, cryptocurrency was originally developed by a couple, like, as usual, fucking college kids, the fans of freedom, I call them, okay? But now, digital currency is controlled by government. It is controlled by I'm not just saying by government, like ooh, the government. No, Chinese Communist Party, American government, Russian government, and England's government. There's only 4 countries that matter: America, China, Russia, England. That's it. The world is being fucking held and ruled by these 4 countries. That's it. No other country even fucking matters. They're just here for the train ride. They're just sitting in the back seat. They're nowhere near nowhere near a steering wheel. Okay. When China says you're not allowed to use cryptocurrency, what do you think a quarter of a fucking billion people on Earth are gonna do? They're not gonna use it. Well, not a quarter of a million, but what is there? There's like 1.8 billion Chinese, right? If the Chinese government said no, that's a pretty hard no. Do you want to go to a labor camp? I didn't think so. So you can say goodbye to your cryptocurrency. Obviously, they're not gonna say that. Why? Because it's a digital fucking currency. It's 100% controlled. The Chinese government loves cryptocurrency. Russian government loves cryptocurrency. English and American governments, they love cryptocurrency because it is 100% traceable. You can't go out and buy fucking drugs with cryptocurrency without being traced. It is literally traced from one fucking account to another. You can't do no sneaky business. Oh, let's meet in a fucking dark alley and I'll sell you something. No. That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. With cryptocurrency, it is 100% traceable. It is more traceable than cash. That's why big authoritarian governments love it. Okay, next question. Guys, I'm not gonna answer all the questions. I'm just really trying to focus on a super questions that are really topic related. Then what happens if bottom falls out? Crypto coins. What happens to all the electric money then? Okay, like I said earlier, the government is controlling cryptocurrency. Every single money, from Russian rubles to American dollars will be digital because government they love to have their hands very deep up people's asses. Okay, next one. Yeah, flyby. Exactly. Just like cryptocurrency is just like baseball cards. Okay. Jesus Reyes, I literally just started investing, opened a fundraise in Vanguard. Jesus, you gotta keep watching this video because whatever you're getting, 10, 12% on your returns, I'm gonna show you where you can get more down in this video. Just keep watching. Okay. Ooh, Hawaii silver. I love this. I love this comment. Somebody said buy silver. Same thing with silver as cryptocurrency. What are you gonna do with it? Literally, I swear I'm gonna touch on this just a teeny tiny bit. I would love to spend a fucking hour talking about this, but you know, I don't want to sound like a crazy person, so I'm gonna touch on it just a smidget, okay? Buy silver or gold or platinum or other precious metals or stones. Okay, why? Because it's gonna grow in value. Okay, well, precious metals and stones are controlled by very rich people that own a lot of gold. They dump gold onto the stock market, take it out, dump, take it out, dump it, take it out. So precious metals are controlled 100%. That's why I don't own any gold. I have nothing. I don't have a single gold thing. Here's something else. People are thinking, well, what if there's going to be a World War III or a zombie apocalypse or whatever other movie bullshit they can think of, okay? Well, let me ask you this. Let's pretend there's a zombie apocalypse, okay? And I'm going to give you a fucking truck full of gold bars. I mean, 40-ton fucking semi-truck full of gold bars. What the fuck are you going to do with it? Can you eat it? Can you shoot it? Can you shoot it? No. I mean, maybe you can hit somebody over the head with this, 100-pound fucking brick. What else? What are you gonna do with it? Can you wear it? No. When shit is going down the hill, the only thing that matters is food, medication, ammo, and clothing. Only these 4 things. And when I say clothing, shoes are really big. That's it, guys. What are you gonna do with your gold? Yeah, let me trade my brick of gold for food. Yeah, you're not gonna eat gold. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. And here's something else. For all the people that watch too many, dystopian movies and zombie bullshit, the government can say the gold is illegal. You can own it as stocks, but you are not allowed to trade it. Well, you think that's too much? Well, you haven't been living in America if you think that's too much, okay? Flyby, real estate is the only thing to invest in. It's one of 2 things to invest in. That's what we're gonna talk about. The only 2 things to invest in, okay? Stock market is gambling for rich. I absolutely agree. Dollar store. Another business that went up in previous recession was a dollar store. I would fucking buy a dollar store in a minute. Because people are always gonna need fucking toilet paper, toothbrushes, cheap toothpaste, and fucking cheap food. Dollar stores are fucking awesome. Okay. Invest in toilet paper manufacturers. Time, abso-freaking-lutely, Mike. That is absolutely. Okay, wage gap has increased between absolute poor and rich. Okay, what do you think about Home Depot stocks? Okay, Home Depot is I think it's gonna be in big trouble, very big trouble, because here's the thing, for you, not for you. Who is the customer for Home Depot? House owners. Okay, let's get in a time machine. Are you ready? We're getting in. You ready? Okay, come with me. Let's get in a time machine and let's time travel to 2040. We have 40-year-olds 30-year-olds with $100,000 of college student debts that can't buy a fucking car. They're driving a piece of shit beater, or they're driving a fucking, base model Honda Civic, and they can't get a house because they have $100,000. They're working as a fucking barista. So what's gonna happen to the house ownership in the future? Who is gonna be buying houses? Who is gonna own the houses? When all these, listen, all the people that are behind me, the younger generation, I'm old, motherfucker. You can't tell, but I'm pretty goddamn old. All the fucking 20-year-olds, they're coming out of college. They got 100,000. They got 150. Let's say even 80, $65,000 worth of college debt. What kind of bank is gonna give them a fucking house loan with an average house price in America of $250,000 when that motherfucker has $65,000 in debt, shit degree, and he has a job where he's making $3,000 a month? They're not gonna give him they're not gonna give him a house loan. So if there's less house owners, there's less customers for Lowe's and Home Depot. I personally would not buy a single cent of Home Depot stocks. Oh, dude, flyby. Yes, yes, dude. Dude, I'm glad there's some fucking educated people here. Rare, but very respected. Okay, banks are extremely invested in crypto. Whenever there's a bank that just has, I don't know, a spare $5 billion fucking dollars, we just got a spare, just fucking change. Let's just throw it in there over the weekend and then draw it out, So for us, $5 billion is a lot, but for a couple of banks to do a little trick and put some money in, take some money out to make, 15 or 20% return, that's not bad. If you see, you can be in a crypto game if you got billions of dollars to play with and if you control the whole thing. Okay, next one. Hawaii silver. I talked about silver, so the problem with precious metals is the government can say it is illegal form of tender. You are not allowed to exchange silver or gold. That's it. Right now it's illegal. What are you gonna do? Cry about it? Make a video about it? Go ahead, cry about it, make a video about it. Just like with guns. Government said you cannot buy a gun without our permission. What did people do? They made videos about it, wrote books, cried about it, and they didn't do shit. What the government does is what they do. You and I got no fucking control over it. And you might not like that. You might not like that, Dan. You might be saying, Dan, this is America. This is not fucking Russia. This is not China. You're right. It does have a different name. This place does have a different name. Okay, going to use Brett. Going to use my goal as a trap for pinches. I know they exist. Although, okay, I'm gonna finish up with these comments, and we're gonna move to real estate. Okay, Gary. Yep, I understand. The only thing they would use only two. Okay, perfect. We're done with that. Let's move on to real estate. All right. Before we actually move into real estate, I want to give you a quick advice, guys. For those of you, I have it in my notes, so I'm gonna do this. For those of you that have financial advisors, listen up very carefully. Ask your financial advisor if he is a fiduciary, okay? If you don't know what that is, it's fiduciary means somebody who puts your interest before somebody else's, right? When you go to a doctor and they prescribe you some oxys, that doctor does not have a fiduciary obligation to you. So fiduciary obligation is like, think about it as allegiance, right? Who is yours financial consultant allegiance to? Is it to you, himself, a company he works for, or maybe a company that he works with, maybe a partnership that he has of some kind? So you got to ask him, do you have are you a fiduciary? Okay, that's number one. Number two, if you have a financial advisor or a financial consultant, that name doesn't really mean anything. Okay, there is no job that's a financial consultant job. There is a physical therapist, there's a fireman, there's a car salesman, there's a baker, there's a fucking fisherman. There is no job, and like this might sound crazy, but for real, there is no job that's called financial advisor or a financial consultant. Financial advisor is like Dungeons and Dragon fucking master. It's not a job. It's something that you do. Okay, I collect stamps. It's not a job, even if you're making money from it or you're really good. It's not a job. It's just something you do. So all these financial consultants or the financial advisors, a lot of them are not obligated to tell you the truth. They are not fiduciary. They don't have fiduciary obligation to you. They have fiduciary obligation to themselves, to their company, or to a partnership that they have with somebody else. Okay, that's number one. Number two, second thing that you want to talk about with them is you want to get paperwork for as long as you have them. How much money you put in, how much money has been made, and how much money they were paid. A lot of financial advisors, they say, oh, we're only taking 1%, it's only 2%, it's only 1.5%, it's nothing, it's only 1%. Yeah, 1% sounds like nothing. 1% could turn into 30% of profits. Just do some research. For those of you that have financial advisors or financial fucking consultants, just do some research. Look into all the paperwork. And ask them how much money they made. Hey, I'm paying you. We've been together for 10 years, 20 years. You manage my estate. How much money have you earned from this account? And you think about that. Do you want to continue with them or not? Tip number 3, okay? You want to have trusts. Trust, 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 trust. I don't own anything. The computer, the work computer that I have, don't own it. That shit is rental. The camera that I have, that's rental. The phone, well, the phone I actually do own because I paid it off after 2 years. I mean, it's worth $100 fucking now, but I do own it. So, whenever this thing breaks, I'm gonna lease another one. Everything that I have is not owned by me. The car that I have is a rental. Apartment that I live in is a rental. Okay. You want to have everything in trust. Your house, your $1 million or whatever you have, your cars, and you want to have 2 or 3 trusts. Depends on how you how much money, how much things you have to put into them. Start learning about trust before you even spend $1 into it. Start learning about trust, because for you to go into real estate, the first thing that you have to do is put your shit into a trust. Then you have to create an LLC to whenever you're going to be buying a real estate. So, guys, do not jump into real estate. Do not just start buying fucking houses, storage units, fucking, commercial places just because you think it's a good idea. If you don't have a trust set up, if you don't have an LLC, you are in balls deep trouble. I mean, very, very, very big trouble, because anybody can fucking sue you for anything. And you do not, if you have a house, literally, put that shit into a trust. But then it's gonna cost me like a couple of $1,000. Okay, do you want to put a couple of $1,000? Do you want to do that as insurance, or do you want to lose your shit? Let's be honest here. Okay, so let's talk about real estate. The only real estate that I would recommend to buy is live-in houses. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bedroom houses. And here are 3 states where you want to do that. Texas, I don't like Texas, but it's good for business. Florida and Idaho. These 3 states are good with taxes. The people are moving into those states. They're not running out like fucking California or New York. For those of you, like, majority of business that I do is either from California or New York. Why? Because those states are just so fucking shitty that people have to go outside of the state just to buy a fucking car. If you own real estate in Texas or New York, this is the time to sell. It's not going to be time to sell whenever that shit turns into 2008 in a couple of years, okay? You don't want to be doing that. You want to sell your shit now. But then I have my relatives here. Okay? Do you want to be nostrils deep in a pool of in a fucking sewer tank with your relatives, or do you want to be doing better without your relatives? Like, cut the fucking umbilical, your cord. You're 30, you're 40, you're 50, you're 60 fucking years old. Can we cut the bullshit? Well, I need to live next to my grandma. Okay, like, listen. I do say this because I'm a heartless bastard. Okay, that's number 1. And number 2, because I'm an adult. Okay, I left my entire fucking family. I have a lot of fucking relatives. I left my entire family to move to a bigger state where there's more fucking people, so I can build a business and take care of them instead of living in some kind of fucking in the middle of fucking nowhere, you know, being next to my family. I can't let go of this umbilical cord. Okay, let's be honest with you. If you live in California or New York, bro, you gotta sell your freaking garbage, pick up your shit, and move to one of those 3 states. And it's not because I love Texas or I love Florida or I love being 3 feet in fucking snow in Idaho. No. Although for those of you that do like snowboarding and, you know, that actually like snow in winter, Idaho is pretty dope. So, okay, we talked about that. The 3 states to buy real estate in is Texas, Florida, and Idaho. That's what I would recommend, okay? Next, the real estate to buy would be something that you can live in, okay? And we don't buy storage units. Don't buy commercial fucking properties. What's gonna happen when the economy goes down? Your commercial properties turn into shit because nobody's renting it. Because the business sucks. Nobody's gonna rent that shit. People will always need a place to live, right? So what you do is you buy a house, you put some renters in it, and the renters are paying for your shit. Okay, you hire a good management company, and they manage it for you. Let's say let's say you're making only $300 a month from this property, $400 a month. That doesn't sound like a lot, but guess what? If you put all that money back into real estate, right, into paying off that house, or you start saving this money, well, guess what? You can buy a second property, a third property. You can use one property to leverage another property. You can use 1031. There's a thing that's called 1031. It's a magical thing that's made for wealthy people where you can sell a property, buy another property, and not pay taxes until you're dead. And when you die, you just tell them to fuck off, and you put everything into a trust and move that shit to your relatives. See, the game is set up in such a way where you don't just have to make money. Another reason that I forgot to tell you why I don't invest in stocks, because I will get fucking raped on taxes, 30% capital gains. Fuck that shit. I rather fucking put that money into a house, gather some relatives, everybody gives, let's say $100,000. We buy a multi-family unit, let's say 16 units, 20 units, some kind of apartment building, or we build an apartment building, and then rent it out. Renters will always pay for fucking rent. They will always pay for it. The only thing is You have to kind of know what you're doing, and you actually have to know what you're doing a lot, you know, but that's something that you are gonna have to learn. You know, I come from a very poor family, and I don't mean like just family where I was born. I mean all my relatives are broke as fuck. Okay, they're very poor minded and very poor financially. The reason it is because there is no high valued skills. I was never, when I was growing up, I was never taught about money. I was never taught about how to make money. I was taught to save and to work hard. Well, working hard and saving will only get you so far. Real estate is one of the simplest ways to invest money, and you can buy a house and not really have to, you know, babysit it. Like for example, you can even have a handyman living in your house. Let's say you got a 4-bedroom house with 4 bathrooms, right? Or 3-bedroom house with 3 bathrooms, right? Everybody is paying money, right? You have your rental, you have all the insurances covered up and all that stuff. You can actually have somebody that works, that lives there, pay maybe, you know, 10 or 15 or 20% less in case the house needs work. Let's say there's, you know, a toilet that's clogged up. A handyman will actually fix your house, right? So you can have somebody who knows about houses, somebody who's a handyman living in your house. That could be literally one of the requirements. Hey, I'm looking for a live-in, I don't know, a house manager or a, you know, handyman or a repairman. You know, you could literally find somebody who is like that. You pretty much they pay you the full amount, but you pay them $200 a month. You know, you pay them back. It's a weird, like they still pay you the full amount, but you pay them back. Okay, so you pretty much, you're hiring a live-in employee. Okay. Okay, let's start. Let's go over some of the questions that you guys have about real estate. Um, where did we? Gary, yep, I understand. Okay, perfect. Let's start. Let's read some of your questions about real estate. Have you ever tried selling? Okay, we read that one. How can you sell cars in Florida if you don't have a dealer's license? I hear you can only sell 2 or 3 cars a year. Yeah, you sell only 2 or 3 cars a year, and I'm not a dealer. I don't sell cars. I find cars for people, and I teach people how not to get fucked. I literally have an online course where I teach people how not to get absolutely molested when you go buy a car. It's that simple. I used to work at the biggest car dealership. I took all that knowledge. I put in 1,000 hours of fucking research, put that shit in, recorded videos, I did everything. Found how to ship a car, found how to inspect a car at best places, found credit unions, put that shit on a website, and charge people a couple of $100. Literally, right now, typically my course is $700. Right now, it's $350. My course on how to buy a car without getting fucked, I talk about everything you need to know from A to Z, is $350. It's cheaper than a brown ass fucking cheap Craigslist couch. Okay, let's keep going here. Cunning Oak, people can't sue you in stocks. That's why you have an LLC. You create an LLC for $100 fucking or a couple of $100 instead of paying 30% in gains in just stock. I'm gonna call it stock tax. Okay, you know, I'm not paying 30% in taxes. Fuck that shit. Yeah, don't buy vacation houses. Buy something where people can live in. That's it. Yeah, Tom, you can't buy fixer-uppers. Here's the thing with fixer-uppers. Not everybody can do the fixer-upper thing. You know, if somebody's working 60 hours a week, you know, how are you gonna, you're gonna have to find somebody who can do the fixer-upper. You're gonna have to find somebody who's not gonna lie to you. Because here's the thing. You hire somebody to do the fixing upping for you. The house is in a different fucking state, right? Or it's in your state. I mean, okay, start maybe with your own state, unless you live in fucking California or New York, unless you live in a shithole. Okay, let's go with that. Um, Maybe start in your own state. Research the market. The house has to be desirable house. It can't be just a random ass fucking house, right? It has to be a desirable house. Um, okay. The town I live in, there is a glut of non-rent. A glut? I don't know what that is even, dude. Of non-rented rental properties because it's depending on the students in the college. Okay, you don't do that. I said that people have to live in. When I say live in, I mean fucking people with jobs. If you are counting on people to live in your house and they don't have a job, let's think about that one critically for 5 minutes. Let's have let's have 30 seconds of critical thinking silence. If you are only buying a fucking house and you're thinking that only 3/4 or 9 months out of the year is going to get filled, very bad idea. Very, very, very bad idea. Um, Dripping 94. What up, Dan? It's been a while. Yes, it has been. IRA, you don't have to pay taxes, but you can only take out what you put in without penalty. Well, you know, okay, I understand you can take out what you put in without penalty, but still, like, I don't know, Poseidon list. Yes, you could do the Roth IRA. I mean, what's gonna happen to Roth IRAs in the next stock market crash? You know, I'm sure the banks are gonna be okay. I'm sure the federal government is gonna be okay. Am I gonna be okay? I don't know. Mike, Born kept saving money only makes you poor. I absolutely agree. Make that money work for you. Live off small portion of the returns. Reinvest safely. Absolutely, I absolutely agree. Um, Fly by. You pay taxes when you withdraw money from the IRA is just a good retirement supplement, but not going to make you wealthy. Yeah, I want to be wealthy. I don't want to be just fucking surviving on water and bread. Okay, I'm not in fucking Russia or fucking China or Mexico. Okay, I'm not looking to live off fucking beans and rice. I want to enjoy life. Um, Town Walmart. How many pieces of RE do you own? Tom Walma. I don't. Oh, for the guys, very important. For those of you that are thinking, does Dan know what I'm talking about? First, yes, I do. And second, for those of you that are talking about, they're thinking, Dan, how many pieces of real estate do you own? The answer is 0. Well, Dan, how can you be giving all this advice? How are you going to be so fucking smart on the internet if you don't own any real estate? Well, it's called learning. It's really crazy. It's a crazy concept. It's called learning from others. See, the reason I don't smoke crack is because I know what it does to others, okay? The reason that I don't do dumb shit is because I see what dumb shit does to others. The reason that I would invest into real estate, I'm looking in some houses in Texas right now, because I know what it would fucking do. Literally, I found an amazing, just mind-blowing 4-bedroom house here in Florida. That shit is on the golf course. It's fucking amazing. The only downside, it's in HOA community. And I am not getting molested by HOA. Fuck that shit. Never buy a house in HOA. If there's a HOA attached to your house, you tell them to take one of these and shove it up with one of these. HOA sucks. Stay away from it. If you don't know what it is, just YouTube HOA, and you're gonna get more than enough knowledge of what the fuck it is. Okay. Okay. you need to pick a house with decent curb appeal. Yes, yes, yes. Uh, Here's the thing. The nice thing with owning a house in America, you don't need a lot of money to put down. You can have, $20,000, $30,000 and you can buy a house. You buy a house, you put some renters in, the renters pay it off. Or you could do like Airbnb thing. There's a lot of a lot of ways to make money. HOA was worse than government. Oh, dude, they're fucking straight up communists. I am surprised that nobody has the balls to, like, nobody like went full fucking rampage on the motherfuckers. There are school shootings, there's mall shootings, there's theater shootings. There's not one HOA shooting. Are we really getting shootings because people are mad, or are we getting these shootings for some other reasons? For some reason, HOA that's pissing people off. Not one fucking shooting, but we're getting school shootings left and fucking right. Let's think about that one critically. Why is that happening? Okay. Now let's talk the best thing you can do to invest money. Are you ready for it? The best thing you can invest money in 2020. I want you to get a piece of fucking paper right now. I want you to take a pen. If you are not writing this shit down with pen and paper, if you're not taking notes right now, you're not taking money seriously. I guarantee you that. The best thing you can invest in 2020 is you. You. Invest money in yourself. The amount of money that you are making right this fucking second is directly proportionate to the amount of your skill. Your paycheck is equivalent to the value of your skill. If your skill is to jerk off two guys behind a fucking dumpster, that's not a very valuable skill, okay? Let's be honest here. If you're a fucking doctor, you're getting paid what you're worth. If you're a fireman, you're getting paid what you're worth. If you have a very valuable skill, like for example, you're really good with fucking statistical analysis, right? Or you're some kind of very unique engineer, not a civil engineer. Civil engineers don't make shit. Civil engineers don't make shit. If you guys are if you want your kids to be civil engineers, I mean, they're gonna be broke for the rest of their fucking lives. Civil engineers are moving to fucking China and India. They know American codes, and I can hire a civil engineer over there in fucking India for half the price as here in America. Why in God's name would I hire somebody in America when I can have somebody do the same fucking work in China or India for half to a quarter of a price? Civil engineers don't like that shit. Forget about that. If you're going into engineering and it's not very 21st century engineering, like fucking electrical, AI, or something very, very computer related, information related, engineers is a broke ass profession. Like I said, the best thing you can do is invest in yourself. Now, since I mentioned skill, you have to skill up. And I don't mean buy $10,000 worth of online courses. I don't mean go to college. I don't even mean going to technical school. You don't need knowledge. Knowledge is for broke people. Knowledge doesn't pay. Skills pay. Skills pay. If knowledge was the reason that people are rich, librarians would be fucking billionaires. Fucking, all the nerds would be billionaires. All the fucking professors, high school teachers, they'd be all multimillionaires. They're all smart. Smarts and knowledge, just information, is useless. Application of information is where it's at. I bet a lot of you that are watching this know every single fucking move there is in basketball. Every single play, every single move, every single thing there is to know about basketball. You're a walking, talking encyclopedia about basketball. Good for you. Why are you not making $40 million a year? Or maybe you are, I don't know. But most people who know a lot about, for example, basketball, right? They're not making $40 million a year. Why is that? Because knowledge without application is useless. Michael Jordan knows a lot about basketball also, but he has skills. He's applying that knowledge to a skill. He knows how to fucking dribble that ball. He knows how to dunk. He knows how to run. He knows how to move on the court. He has a skill of playing basketball, the game. You need to skill up. The best, you got $40,000 in the bank. Congratulations. You could invest into real estate if that's something you're passionate about. If you're not too excited about real estate, that's okay. See, you have to be kind of excited about it, kind of passionate about it, okay? Otherwise, it's going to be very hard. It's hard to learn shit that you don't care about. So if you don't care about real estate, the best thing you can do is invest in yourself. Learn some skills. Dan, what skills should I learn? It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. You can go out and learn underwater basket weaving. Okay? It doesn't matter. What matters is you learn some kind of a skill. As soon as you learn one skill, you're gonna learn it, you're gonna apply it and see, well, is that working, right? For example, there's a lot of people over here in Miami that are artists. I'm putting that in very big quotes. Artists. What they draw is ugly as shit. What they make is gives me nightmares, you know. Or musicians that shouldn't be allowed to touch a musical instrument ever, you know. They call themselves artists. Okay, just because you have a fucking, you know, you haven't showered in a month does not make you a fucking artist. Okay. Just because you bought $15 worth of fucking paint and you scribbled something on the wall does not make you a fucking artist, okay? So you could be a fucking artist, or you could learn skills that are more applicable to real world. You gotta make something or you gotta sell. There's only 3 ways to make money. You either steal it, you provide value through a service, or you provide value through some kind of a good. You steal, you grow apples, or you sell apples. It's that simple. What skills can you skill up in? What areas can you grow up in? Maybe it's something that you like to do. It doesn't mean you have to go and become a fucking rocket scientist. What is it? Something that it doesn't. Listen, it's very easy. When people are asking me, Dan, but there's a lot of things I like to do, I don't know where to pick. It's easy. Pick up 10 things, okay? Write it on a piece of paper, put it in the hat, whichever you draw, that's the one you go with. Or you really, you know, that's it. That's it. There's people that are making they're woodworkers. They make wooden sculptures, wooden benches. They make all sorts of things with wood. There's people who understand clothing. They design clothing. There's people that, people that like guns. Guns is very dangerous to get into right now, because we live in a special place. I'm just gonna call it that. But you can get into guns accessories. You can get into treating guns with different camo, like repainting guns, or what is it? Kydex holsters, hunting related stuff, right? It doesn't have to be a specific thing. Dan, I love skateboarding. Okay, awesome. You love skateboarding, but I want to open up a skateboard shop, but I don't have $100,000 to open up a skateboard shop. Okay, what industry around skateboarding can you get into? Guys, for those of you that are young, and for those of you that are 60 years old, 40 years old, that you got kids, you know, I would literally take them out of high school and fucking throw them to whatever they want to do. They want to play video games, do it professionally. You want to skateboard, do it professionally. It's just as soon as you have a 16-year-old that's fucking committed to anything, I don't care if it's anything. I guarantee you have a 16-year-old that's committed to video games, and he's playing 75 hours and 80 hours a week of video games. His commitment to video games is gonna get changed. I mean, if he's streaming, I don't mean eating pizza fucking rolls and playing video games. Okay, I would have a 16-year-old out of fucking high school and commit to something. I don't care if you're fucking, you know, underwater basket weaver. Commit to it. Commit to something. Learn something. It's better to know one skill and be a professional in one skill than know 100 fucking different things. If you're expert at one, you're an expert. Everybody wants an expert. Everybody wants an expert of something, right? Guys, did you know that Snoop Dogg has a guy that's working for him? He's an expert in one thing. He's a professional blunt roller. Whenever there's a gathering, right, at Snoop Dogg's house, there's a party, there's a little powwow. That motherfucker sees somebody needs a joint. He's gonna roll up a blunt, a fucking amazing blunt. Not some stacked bullshit. An amazing, good-looking, delicious blunt, and he's gonna pass it on. He's gonna light that joint. He's gonna smoke that joint. He's gonna start that shit. He's gonna pass it on. All right? That guy is an expert in rolling fucking weed. He's an expert in one thing. That motherfucker, I guarantee you, he could not. Okay, maybe he could. He probably can't change an oil in his car. He probably doesn't know how to, you know, handle his cell phone bill. He probably wouldn't know how to handle his fucking credit card. Well, that motherfucker knows one thing. I'm not calling him his stupid or dumb. I'm over exaggerating here. You know what I mean? Be an expert in one thing. You know, that's really what pays for. That's really the best thing you can do. Whenever you're an expert in one thing, you can use this expertise to move to a different area, right? Okay, let's so if you want to start a business, either start a business that you're passionate about and see if you can make money. And guys, I'll give you a free fucking consultation. Like, it might not be nice if you fucking, you know, if it's gonna be bullshit, I'm gonna tell you it's bullshit right off the bat. If I don't see, like, literally yesterday, I talked to a guy for a fucking hour. I think it was about an hour about walk-in tubs. We literally developed a business plan from him just selling a few tubs to where now we you know, we might be able to, you know, I'm not gonna go into detail, but like we developed a whole fucking thing. I just spent an hour on the phone with him for free. I didn't get paid anything. Okay, let's keep going here. Bruno, so right now you're investing most of your money back into your business, or just saving to make bigger and different investment. My business doesn't really need a lot of investing. I could have a nice studio. My next project that I'm working on is these right here. I made a bunch of caps. I made them from zero, literally. I made a design. I put a lot of money into it. I put so much money in this. I could have bought a fucking Bentley. How much money I put in this? Custom design. Every single panel. That shit is not just, you know, recolored cap. Everything is made from scratch. This design here. This design here. The way that the brim is set up. Different color here. The fact that it has no tags. I told them to hide the tag inside so it's not itching, because I pretty much shave bald all the time, or just almost to zero. Or for example, another thing that I did here, I put in a sweat thing. I'm not sure how you call it. It's a sweat layer. So whenever you're sweating, the brown ass fucking sweat doesn't come out onto the white letters. It gets it goes inside onto this white thing, and then you can just use like a toothbrush to wash inside of it. Makes sense? So This is a skill that I have, okay? And there's more than just a hat. I made an entire fucking package with this hat. It comes with a box that I designed from scratch. It comes with a beard brush. It comes with a like a face mask, pullover mask. I designed all of it from fucking scratch. That's my skill. Some of you guys are amazing mechanics. Some of you guys are really good with people. You can literally, if you are really good at math, go to wealthy neighborhoods and offer to teach their kids math. It's that simple. If you are really good at fucking reading, like you're a speed reader, go teach wealthy kids how to how to speed read. Whatever skill you have, you gotta have some kind of a skill. You can't be a skillless piece of fucking shit flipping burgers all your life. Flipping burgers is great. We need those people. But if you want to make money, you ain't gonna fucking make money flipping burgers for the rest of your life. There's nothing wrong with having a shit job. Been there, done that, been there for a very long time. But you gotta have a very valuable skill. Do something. Figure something out. It's either directly what you can do, you already have a business in mind, or it's around a thing that you have a passion about. Make sense? Here's for example, let's say you like Fortnite, right? I'm talking to young people because I'm guessing, if you're 50 years old, you're probably not playing Fortnite, but maybe, okay? Let's say you like Fortnite, but you're not, streaming is not your thing. And I wouldn't go, personally, I wouldn't go into streaming because it's a job. You turn yourself into a job. If you don't stream, you'll get paid. That's it. You break your leg, you break your arm, you can't stream. That's it. Your business is done. Your business is literally you. You don't want to have a business that is you. You want to have a business that can be making money if you die, if you hurt yourself, if you're out of it. You want to be able to hire employees later on. Okay? So this is going to make money whether I do it or I can even give this inventory. I can wholesale this inventory to somebody else, and somebody else is going to make it. Somebody else is going to sell it. So, let's say you're really good at Fortnite. Can you do Fortnite murals? You can offer somebody, hey, I'll repaint your room with Fortnite, with a big ass fucking Fortnite background. Or what can you do? Or if you're a painter, you can do that. That's not more of a, if you're a fan of Fortnite, but if you know how to do painting, right? What skills do you have? Apply that. Figure how to do it. Or literally text me. I'll sit down with you and I'll talk to you for free. I'll give you a free fucking consultation. Literally, why am I doing this? Because I fucking can. Because I can. A couple of days ago, I spoke to a guy because I'm also doing some things related for BlizzCon and t-shirts. You're gonna see it. It's gonna be fucking amazing. And I spoke to a guy. He gave me an hour of his time, an hour for free, and he didn't charge me. He's a professional in t-shirt designs and in screen printing. Screen printing is a phenomenal business. You can invest $500 and start making very good money just with fucking screen printing. Guys, garages and living rooms in 2019 are for making money. My living room is stacked with fucking inventory. Stacked with inventory. I have a working table there. I have a water. My garage looks like a storage unit. Really, it looks like a storage unit. I have a big ass whiteboard where I write notes in, where I have my like kind of business plan drawn out. I listen. If you got TVs, fucking couches, ottoman, fucking bullshit in your garage, and your living room is not making you money, I would literally sell all the garbage and start making money, And that's why I'm not married. I don't think any woman would appreciate selling all the fucking furniture and turning your living room into a fucking storage unit, right? Provide a service, you will never be broke. Absolutely. Start with the service. Service is the easiest one because service means you have a skill. You don't need inventory. You might need a little bit of tools. Maybe you need $1,000 of tools. That's it. You know, service is a great start. Kevin M. At U of Florida, top professor makes $250,000 a year. Football coach makes $2 million a year. Kevin, okay, that's awesome. That's top professor at University of Florida. What about a regular college? What about just a regular fucking college? How much is a professor making there? You know, and something else about coach. You know, I rather get kicked in the balls than ever be a coach for one of these fucking companies, for one of these fucking businesses. The fact that I'm gonna make $2 million and all these kids that are breaking fucking shins, tearing up their fucking ligaments. We're gonna go with fucking ligaments, okay? That are getting fucking concussions. They're getting paid zero. Fuck that shit. I'm all about making money. Guys, if you can't tell, I love business. I love making money. But I will never make money off free fucking labor. Fuck no. My video editor gets paid. The guy that manages my website gets paid. The people that help me help me design all this shit, because I come up with preliminaries and I have a designer on a computer finish up the design on a computer. They all get paid. The coach is making $2 million a year. The motherfucker on the field that just tore his ACL made zero. He just got fucked. So yeah, there is no way in hell I would ever be one of those fucking coaches. Learn marketing and sell information. Here's a problem with selling information. It's, you know, I sell a course. It's a bit hard to convince people that what I teach is good. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but you know, it's kind of like selling, you know, workout programs. You know, they do sell out very well, but you know, most people won't fucking use them. You know what I mean? And a lot of information is free. Why you were given 90K, then you were getting 400 with the other? What would you? Nathan Sandier, if you were given $90,000, then you were getting 400 on another year, what would you do? Okay, I would probably either start a business with 100,000 with that 90K. Okay, you don't need. Okay, you only have $500,000. I know it sounds like wow, $500,000, so much money. It's not a lot of money. Okay? It's not. The biz, like, you know, I have some other business ideas and I need like $75 million. Okay, so if you want to go into really big business, like create another Facebook, create another fucking, you know, Lyft, or create another Amazon, you need hundreds of millions of dollars. You're not at that stage. So what I would do is create a business that just makes money. Something very simple, something that, you know, that you can, you know, maybe build a house and sell it. That's something you can do. You know, Nathan, you can also, again, I don't know what, you can't just throw money at something and expect it to multiply, right? You have to have some kind of skills. Like, yeah, you were given $100,000 or $90,000. That's awesome. But do you have, like, what skills do you have? Are you a baker? Are you a painter? Are you a musician? Are you a plumber? Are you a construction guy? Are you a doctor? Are you an attorney? What skills do you have? You know, what can you do with this money? So what the things that I would do would be a business of some kind. You know, I'm very passionate about business and I understand marketing pretty good. That I can, you know, somebody has a business, I can do marketing for them. We can do 50-50 split. Like for example, with another guy that I was talking about, we can do a 50-50 split. He does the thing, I provide him customers, and we have a business. You know what I mean? So you gotta have some kind of a skill. So Nathan, I would really, you know, put that money into some kind of very, very, very safe investment, just so you're not losing money. live very frugally, live very, very frugally, okay? Um, and start learning, start educating yourself. Maybe devote a year just on education. No video games, no movies, no parties, no screwing around. Maybe you need to, isolate yourself. Maybe you need to move out. Not to a fucking, a $3,000 a month, some kind of beach house, but maybe you need to isolate yourself and really start thinking for a year. And maybe also not just, I mean, isolate yourself from distractions. I don't mean live in a fucking box, okay? I don't mean go to like fucking mental prison, okay? You need to start networking. The best thing you can do is network with other people and learn about other businesses, learn, start networking with other people. You have free time. You can literally meet with somebody, hey, and start thinking, what kind of value can you offer to the world? What kind of value can you offer to somebody who's a businessman? What kind of value can you offer to somebody who makes $25,000? So Nathan, two things that I would do is first, start saving money, live frugally, and number two, think of value that you can add to the world and learn skills. Mr. Scott J87, locksmithing. That's a great one. Locksmithing, absolutely. Making car keys. That's another very good one. Bruno, what skills have you learned? Do you recommend becoming a car salesman for 6 months or a year to learn the ropes? Okay, so I would not recommend going into car sales, and here's why. Because as a car salesman, you're sitting there on a chair or you're there on the sales floor and you are waiting for customers to come in. By the way, guys, if you got questions, this is free Q&A, okay? Push your questions in. This is the time to ask your random questions, okay? So I would not become a car salesman. What I would do is I would become a door-to-door salesman. I worked as a door-to-door salesman selling Kirby vacuums for 6 months. And those 6 months, I didn't make a lot of money because I have a weird thing about me. And if somebody's a psychologist here, maybe you can help me fix it. I have hard time selling a product that I don't believe in, or that I feel that I'm scamming people. That's why I left a car dealership. I love car industry. I understand marketing like pretty damn good. I think I'm a good salesman. I work with people. I build charisma. I know all that shit. But at the end of the day, I have very hard time selling something when I know they shouldn't be buying it. When I have to sell a $3,000 vacuum to an 85-year-old lady that lives on Social Security, I have a hard time doing that. And for you to make a lot of money, you need to be selling $3,000 vacuums to $85 grandmas. Okay, so here's a couple of door-to-door things that you can do. What is it called? Solar panels. Okay, just fucking Google that shit. Come on, dude, you're not 12 fucking years old. Google different door-to-door sales. Make a list, literally, make a list in a Word document of 50 different industries. Solar panels, vacuums, shakes, there's all sorts of things. One of the things that you can do is, what is it called? Selling like TV, like Comcast and whatever the fuck it's like. Cable TV. See, I never even had that. I don't even know what the fuck it's called exactly. But like you sell for Comcast, okay? You sell TV stuff. So try doing that. First, you can make a lot of money. You can make 10 fucking grand a month. If you are not retarded, you can make that. And here's the cool thing. You're not actually going to be just making money, but you're actually going to be providing a nice product. You're actually going to be helping people save money. So, you could do that. What else? There's all sorts of different things that you can do. You need door-to-door salesman. I think every 16-year-old needs to work as a door-to-door salesman at least for 6 months. At least for 6 months. I guarantee you, the things that I learned working as a door-to-door salesman stayed with me and changed my life like nothing else has. Being a door-to-door salesman is like going through a military boot camp. Every 16-year-old needs to go work as a door-to-door salesman, and they need to go through Marine boot camp. That's just my personal, humble, unbiased opinion. You know, I'm never gonna have kids, but if I was ever in charge of kids, I would put him through Marine boot camp and door-to-door sales. That's a must. If you are young, if you're living at your parents' house, first you need to be paying rent, and second, you know, go work door-to-door jobs. You live at your parents' house. If you literally get out, if you get fired, or if you quit your job, you have a room, you have food, you can make gas money just going out and fucking raking leaves or cleaning windows, right? Or I don't know, jerking guys off behind a fucking dumpster at some kind of gay club. I don't know. Figure something out. This is America, guys. Okay. So I would not, you know, if you're going to be working. Also, another thing is, you could do some phone sales, but the problem with phone sales, you don't really get to learn people. You don't get to read people's faces. So door sales is a lot better than phone sales. Just because, you know, I think it's I think you get to read, you get to learn people's emotions more. You get to learn people's inner fucking being, you know. Fly by. I should have been a porn star. Oh, dude, absolutely. That's a great job. If you want to be a porn star, go for it, dude. I think the market is a bit oversaturated, and I don't think it's a very unique skill. But you know, if you got a fucking 18-inch salami, then go for it, dude. Corgi, guys, if you want a skill, go learn environmental feminism slam poetry. Cost $130,000 a year for a full degree. Corgi, you're ruthless. You are ruthless. Corgi, you funny ass motherfucker. Oh, that shit is hilarious. Yeah, go to guys. If you want to learn a skill, go to college. Yeah, that's where you learn 21st century skill in the 18th century fucking school. That's really where you learn stuff. Poseidon list. Can I work for you? I know Spanish and I can help you in Florida, Texas if you move. Poseidon list. Yes, you can. I'm not making that much money. So, you know, I'm not sure how old you are, but let's talk about it. We could definitely have a course that's translated into Spanish. You know what I mean? Or, you know, let's think about that. And here's something else. Poseidon list. Are you Mexican looking? Okay, if you are white boy, that's not gonna count. I know the reality. I'm not trying to be racist here, dude, but if you're not Spanish, working with Spanish community as a white person, it's pretty much impossible. You know what I mean? Epic. That's real nice. Even if you even if it's playing with, how about how much you will sell them for? I don't. Epic is Epic. Was that question to me about slogan, or was that to somebody else? I don't know. My skill is using shake weights. Doesn't pay the bill. Go to a gay club. I guarantee you're gonna get a couple interesting offers. Alpha X. Ooh, I should not be allowed on YouTube. I should not be allowed here. I tell you what. Corgi, if you want a skill auto mechanic, car buying strats, so you can start repairing your own flipping cars, the next market crashes here, housing market will be the next automotive market. Absolutely, abso-freaking-lutely. Bruno, I have a big ass head, haha. I need stretchy XL. Uh, okay, we are back. I think we're back. Is my sound working? Guys, can you hear me okay? Okay, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, my battery died on the camera, so I had to restart this. Okay. Uh Bruno, I'm good at a lot of things, but master of none. You and Scotty Kilman have reignited my passion for cars this last year. Bruno, you need to be a professional at something. Whatever it is, just skill up in that area and move on. Um, Tom, advertise your business with magnetic signs on your car, free advertising. I'm actually going to be doing Facebook ads in a couple of weeks, so that's a thing. Nathan Sundin, just text me whenever tomorrow, because today it's hella late already. Uh, Holy shit, this stream is going for hour and 40. Okay, I'm gonna be cutting this off pretty soon. I want to build a house and sell it, and then use profits to build another house. That's a very, very, very good idea. Very good idea. And I learned welding. Well, welding is not really going to be related to house building, but I did work building houses for 10 years. If you don't believe me that I'm old. Trust me, I only have this beautiful face because I don't know, but I am old as fuck. So I've been working construction, building houses for 10 years since I was fucking 16 years old. Um, Damn, dude, I was thinking these same ideas isolate as well, maximize creativity. Absolutely, Nathan. Yeah, building houses is gonna be fucking amazing, dude. And I actually have a little some special regarding building houses because oh, dude, oh my God, we need to talk. We really need to talk. Welding is a great skill, however, it's really bad for your health. Um, okay. Tom, yeah, it's funny when you're selling a $3,000 vacuum, but once you realize that, at the end of the day, you sold a vacuum, you got commission, but fuck, you just sold a $3,000 vacuum to somebody that's on $800 Social Security. I, you know, I guess I'm just a weak ass bitch when it comes to this. So I have a hard time selling useless bullshit overpriced products. But there are good, actually great door to door products. Just if you want to ask me, if you want to, consult with me, Dan, is this a good or a bad door to door product? Just talk to me, and I actually know about that business quite a bit because I've been in it for a while with many different companies. I'll tell you what it is. Dan, that's the thing you have. It's called conscious. Yeah, dude, conscious. I don't know, man. Mike Bornkamp, that is a good problem. It's called conscious. I guess that's what it is, man. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's a good vacuum, but $3,000, fuck that shit, dude. Especially this vacuum that I was saying was called Kirby vacuum. I think it's the best vacuum. It really is a very good vacuum. You can get a Kirby vacuum for $200 on Craigslist. I got one in my living room. 200 fucking dollars on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. Marco M. I can do my own advertising and graphic layout and website. What do you think? Marco, show me your website. I want to see the things that you can do. What can you do? I want to see your work. Marco. Because it's awesome that you do this. I want to kind of I don't want to be a dick here, but I kind of want to appraise. Are you know what you should do? You should go out into the marketplace and let the marketplace tell you, are you good enough, and how good are you, and what price can you charge? So Marco, if you can do that, what I would focus on is advertising, understanding Facebook marketing, YouTube marketing, Instagram marketing, Google AdWords. You know, my logo, guys. I got my logo for 30 fucking dollars on Fiverr. I got lucky. I get lucky. I love my logo. It was $30. Like, you can make a lot of money as a logo designer, or just as a graphic designer. You'll make way more money as a professional marketer, as a professional advertiser. So if you really know your stuff with Facebook, you can make good money. Mobile car detailing, TomTom. If you can do that, absolutely. Um, Bruno, you're talking about working with T-Mobile. Working with T-Mobile, that's great. That's a good company. My question is, how are you going to work with them? If you're just going to be a salesman selling cell phone and plans, that's not really mind blowing. It's not amazing. It's a job. So Yeah, what are you gonna be doing with T-Mobile, Bruno? Peppermint tea sells stinky socks to people with feet fetish. Yeah, I'm not. Uh, Peppermint tea. If you figured out a way to sell stinky socks, I mean, more power to you, buddy. I don't know if I could navigate those waters, but if you figured it out, go for it, dude. Uh, Stick with little investment in cash now businesses. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Door-to-door sales and boot camp is gonna give people a taste of the real world. Oh, absolutely, it'll toughen you up, dude. For real. Like I said, if I was in charge of any teenager, boot fucking Marines boot camp, you know, with following 6 months of door to door fucking sales. Tom, Dan, are you Russian? Always, every day, baby. You gotta be Russian every day. Um, uh, okay, Poseidon list. I will give you a call tomorrow. Poseidon list. Shoot me a text tomorrow, and we'll talk about this. Um, Tom, battery died. You know it. Tom, you've been watching this out, and yeah, my battery died. Tom, flyby. I think they extended my stream to 2 hours from hour and a half. Okay, let's. Okay. I'm just catching up with your all comments. Thank you, Flyby. Guys, smash that like button to show YouTube somebody cares about this channel. Um, Lester Johnson, we need to send rescue squad. Who got those skills? Lester, that is funny. That is funny. Who does have skills to rescue my ass? And is it worth rescuing? Dan, do you use internet service or are you using your T-Mobile for your internet? I'm streaming off a camera, off a DSLR. So I'm streaming off a DSLR. No sound. Flyby, do we have sound now? Yes. Okay. Perfect. Okay. That was probably before that. Corgi then probably okay. That's that. Um, Underwater basket weaver. It's a very unique skill. Let's go with that one. It's a very unique skill. I met a couple of billionaires that spent over $100 million on online advertising and influencers. Hey, Second Life, is there any way you can? How close are you to those billionaires? I need to talk to a billionaire. I need a investment. I need an investment. It's not even for this business. It's for something else. I just need a lot of money. If you guys know somebody who is a billionaire, I mean, I would really, really, really appreciate it. I promise I won't forget you. I want to meet with a billionaire really bad. And I promise I won't waste their time. Simply invest in good mutual funds. Like Tom, are you talking about index funds? Here's the problem with index funds or mutual funds. They could be in big trouble next recession. Very big trouble. Very big trouble. Because those those companies are investing into other things that might go down. So here's the thing. Student loans are gonna cause the next recession. So I don't know. I really don't trust fucking stock market. I really don't. just because it's being controlled by very powerful people, uh, and I don't think fucking multi billionaires, care about my interest whenever they're doing their next stock market crash. You know what I mean? Tom, build your business on the side while you keep your regular job till you can afford to quit. Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, keep your regular job, build a business on the side, live frugally. You got an influx of $2 or $3 or $4 or $5,000 on top of your job. Good. Good. Keep doing that for 6 more months until you really, really have things nailed down. Okay? And then don't go out and buy a fucking Lambo. Don't move to a fancy ass fucking house. Don't buy a fucking Rolex. Don't be spending money here or there buying dumb shit. Don't do that. Spend money onto business. Dan, do you have to pay for YouTube stream? No, you have to have 1,000 subscribers, and you have to have like a couple of thousand watched hours of content. So just build YouTube. Just Google what are the requirements for YouTube streaming. Hack 1985. Then I was 11, delivered hundreds of newspapers after school. I don't regret any of it. It taught me to appreciate the need to learn bare minimum life. Yes, door-to-door sales are absolutely amazing. You need to get into it. If you are young, if you can do it, get into it. Tom, in the long run, 10% mutual funds grow 10 to 12%. The mutual funds are nice because it's lazy way of making money. That's true. I agree with you, Tom. Here's my problem. I can invest $1,000 and get, $100 back. Or I can invest $1,000 in myself, buy, $800 or $1,000 worth of tools and double my money the next month or double my money in a year, right? So investing in yourself is much better than investing into stock market. But if you're already making good money, like let's say you're making $150,000 a year, right? Well, you're working 80 hours a week. Do you really have enough time to start a business? Probably not. So that's why you do real estate or mutual funds. Second Life, I see them at Thrive. It's a conference that happens once a year. Okay, guys, perfect. Thank you for tuning in. I'm signing out. The next stream is going to be about cars. Hopefully this thing was useful. If you actually have questions about cars or business, shoot me a text. My phone number is below. I'm always going to be able to help you in some kind of way out. If I can't help you, I'm going to be able to recommend you somebody who can. I'm not the smartest guy online, but I'll send you, to somebody who is smart if I can't answer with you. All right, my name is Dan motherfucking Strong. I'm signing out, and I'll see you in the next video.